Hello, Year 8. We're just going to run through some revision questions. Some of these are from past papers, some of these are from other resources. This will help you for Wednesday in preparing for the test. So just going through a bunch of what I considered some more challenging ones. Hopefully this will help you going forward. Okay, so firstly, we have this question here where we have two ratios. So in a jumbo pack of marbles, the ratio of red to blue is 3-1. And then the ratio for blue to green is 2-5. Okay, and it's fine. It says find the simplest ratio for red to blue to green marbles. So in this question, we have to convert these two separate ratios into the same ratio. So if we look at this first one, we've got red is 3 and blue is 1. And then our ratio to blue to green is 2-5. So what I need to do is I need to recognize which color is in common to both ratios. So I've got red to blue, and then I've got blue to green, which means that blue is in both of those. And what I need to do is I need to change one of the ratios so that blue is the same number in both cases. Okay, so in the second ratio, blue is 2, but in the first one, it's only 1. So if I multiply both parts of the first ratio by 2, then blue will be the same in both. Okay, so I need it to be red to blue to green. So if I multiply red to blue, so it becomes 6-2. Okay, so I've just multiplied both by 2. Then I've already got blue as equaling 2. So I know that green is going to be in the ratio of 5. Okay, so I have my new ratio of 6-2-5 when it comes to red to blue to green. Okay, I just need to make sure that blue was the same in both ratios. Now, if there were 194 marbles, how many of each color are there? Okay, so this is a matter of, we've got to split this into parts. So from this ratio, I've got 13 parts. Okay, so I know that 13 parts is 195. Okay, I need to find out what one part is. So if I divide 195 by 13, okay, one part is 15. So that means red, if I multiply 15 by 6, okay, red equals 90 marbles. Okay, so I'm multiplying 15 by 6. And then I know that blue, if I multiply 15 by 2, is 30 marbles. And then if I multiply 15 by 5, green is going to be 75. Okay, so I found out what one part is, and then I can find out what 6 part is, what 2 parts is, and what 5 parts is from there. Okay. For this next question, we have some best buys. We've got to justify the best buys for this. So I need to convert these all so they have a common amount of mass. So if I convert all of them so that their rate of 100 grams, okay, small, if I divide 205 by 4, okay, 2.05 divided by 4 gives me 51. So $0.5125 per 100 grams. For medium, okay, we're going to have to do 2.39 divided by 5 to get it per 100 grams. So that's 0.478 per 100 grams. And then for large, I'm going to divide that by 6. So it's going to be 3.55 divided by 6. Gives us 0.591 repeater, I guess, per 100 grams. Okay, and what we want is the best buy, the one that's cheapest. Okay, so We say therefore medium is the best buy because it is the cheapest amount per 100 grams. Okay, for this next example here, flipping, we're going into congruence proofs. Okay, so remember with congruency, we've got our 4 tests, side, 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 so SSS, SAS, AAS, and RHS. And what we need to do is we need to kind of have a little blueprint, map of thinking about what information we're going to use in order to prove that they're congruent. Okay, now we've got to look at all the information that we've got here. So we've got a circle. Okay, now we know that the distance between the center of a circle and the outside of the circle is constant. Okay, it's the radius. So that means those 2 sides are the same. We also need to look at AOC. So this angle here is being bisected. Okay, which means that this angle is equal to this angle. And then I have OD as a common side. So it means I have 2 sides at an angle. I'm going to use side, angle, side. So I've got my sort of blueprint in my mind. I now need to write this down. I need to give a reason for each of those 3 pieces of information, and then a therefore statement saying why they're congruent. So for the first part, I can say that OA equals OC, and my reason is radii of a circle. Okay, so any radius, okay, the distance from the center of a circle to any part of its outside is going to be equal. Okay, so AO and OC are equal because they are radii of the same circle. Okay, so the second thing I need to do is I need to say that angle AOD is equal to angle COD, and we're actually given this information in the question. So when it says AOD bisects, so we know that this angle, based on the information given. And then finally, OD is common. Okay, it means that that side OD is in both of the triangles, AOD and COD. So therefore, okay, triangle AOD is congruent to triangle COD, and my reason is SAS. Okay, so you've got to sort of think of a blueprint, use all the information given, the fact you've got a circle and radiuses, the fact you're told that you've got a bisecting angles, you've got a common side. You've got to look at that first and then set out your working, a reason for every piece of information, and then your therefore statement. Okay, let's move on. Just going to do 2 more questions. So this one's a transformations questions. So it's translated 3 units to the right and 2 units down. So all we've got to do is look at each individual point. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and we've got A dash. Remember to write the dash, okay, it means it's changed, it's the image of, okay, it's had a translation. Okay, and B, we're going to move that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 down here, B dash. Move C, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, C dash is here, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, D dash is here. And once you've done all the corners, you can just relink them up to get the shape. Okay, so just think about the points, don't think about the shape. Move each point correctly and you'll get to the right spot in the end. All right, write down the new coordinates of the position D. Okay, so D, if we've moved it 3 across and 2 down, ends up, the X value is -2, and then the Y value is 0. Okay. And then finally, if the quadrilateral is ABCD is reflected on the x-axis, what are the new coordinates of A? Okay, so if it's reflected on the x-axis, we need to make sure it's the same distance away from the x-axis here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones away. So it's going to end up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that would be the reflected one there, and it keeps its X value, and it's just flipped across to the Y value. It becomes -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, -6. Okay, so A dash would be the X value is -1, and then -6 is its phi value. Remember, it's got to stay the same distance away from the line that it's being reflected on. Okay, last question here. So we've got to find the value of this pronumeral e, is what the question wants us to do. Now, to do this, we're actually going to do a little bit of a trick. Okay, a little bit of a trick. We can actually cut this angle in half to create a parallel line with these two parallel lines here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little x here. Okay, and I'm going to add a little y here. Okay, so what I can do is I can say that y equals 130 or 180, sorry, minus 130. My reason being angles on a straight line. Okay, so I know that that's going to be 50 degrees. Okay, and then I know that this angle, I'm actually, sorry, going to call that Z. I know that Z is going to be equal to Y, which equals 50 degrees, because they're alternate angles on parallel lines. And then I know that X is going to equal 40 degrees because it's alternate angles on parallel lines with the angle above it. So that means E is going to equal X plus Z, which equals 40 plus 50, which equals 90 degrees. Okay, so we just split the angle up into two bits. We added new letters in, and then we gave reasons for how we know what those letters are. And then I can say at the end, E equals X plus Z, which equals 90 degrees, all up. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. Good luck with your revision, and email me if you have any questions. See you later.